Sitting down, and time for us to talk with another one of our athletes of the week, our final athlete of the week of the year, as we're sitting down with Cory Bomhoff. And Cory, you had a lot of competition in Athlete of the Week this year, but you clutched up. It was stiff competition. You needed 130 points, and you didn't have a ton of points coming into the short go over there in Laramie. Talk just overall the weekend and how things came together on Sunday for you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was everything lined up perfectly. I knew in the short round I had to be fast. I had to win the average and the short round in order to make it, and I just did everything I could to be as fast as I could. So
when you talk about drawing that, you see the steer draw in the morning or the calf draw in the morning. Did you already kind of have an idea that was one that you could actually put that number down on?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that calf was really good. Tate Talkington had him in the first round, which Tate placed third, I think, in the long round on him. And kind of the same thing happened in Gillette as well. I drew the same calf as him in the Gillette, and I ended up winning the average there too. So I was pretty excited.
Now we just got to get Tate up to the CNFR.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit though. When you're in the moment like that, and it's kind of a blur, 7.6 seconds. What goes? Do you even know what's going on, or is it just all muscle reflex by then?
Yeah, muscle memory for sure. Practice every day, just for moments like that. So,
talking about your career here, sophomore year here, what's it been like? Just kind of seeing your own improvements over the course of the years, and kind of seeing the college level become something you're more adapted to.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the growth from my freshman year to now is it's been good. I especially have to give it thanks to my horses, man. They've been really sharp and giving me the opportunity to win.
You're from Cheyenne originally. Did you kind of always know El Trip was one of the places you wanted to come rope at, or did it just kind of fall into your lap as like, okay, this works out perfectly to stay close to home?
Yes, sir. Yeah, when Seth Glass recruited me my freshman year, then he moved on to UW, as we know, but I knew I was going to come to LCCC. Seth is a really good coach, and Dean's a really good coach too, and it just worked out. So,
when you talk about being able to sleep in your home bed and not necessarily having to worry about being on the road, having that type of a support group, how much did that help you through the last couple of years, just being around something familiar?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's been a good support group is crucial, especially in this sport. But it's been a long journey for sure.
Talking about that, you got pro aspirations obviously in that one. Are you in permit year this year, or is that something that you're still waiting on?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I renewed my permit again this year. So, and I made the circuit finals last year, and hopefully try to do it again this year.
When you talk about the circuit final side of things, what was that experience like for you, and being able to see yourself competing against pros at such a young age too?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was eye-opening for sure. Man, it just shows you that there's better people out there, and makes me strive to be better every day and try to beat them. So.
You have a pretty big rodeo coming up with Guyman coming up in the next week. You're obviously going to be heading to that quickly, but what's the rest of the summer kind of mapping out for you? CNFR in June, but have you mapped out what your rodeo schedule is going to be yet?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I have it mapped out till middle of July. So,
any places that we need to keep an eye on?
Yeah, hopefully Cheyenne. Yeah.
Frontier Days.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right. Definitely looking forward to seeing you out there in the arena.
Yes, sir.
Now, did you compete in Cheyenne last year too, or is this going to be your first time?
This will be my first time.
What have you heard? Because I know we had a lot of steer wrestlers last year. Dean obviously competes there almost every year. What have you heard about that environment? What gets you up for that one?
Oh man, I've watched it since I was like 6 years old. You know, just as soon as I could pick up a rope, I've been out there every year, being able to watch it. And it's a bucket list rodeo to be able to compete at, and man, I'm so excited to go to be a part of it.
Speaking bucket list, CNFR, got to talk about that a little bit right now. I mean, the yellow walls have the reputation right now when you go up to the CNFR, and kind of like the NFR, you get the yellow walls at the NFR, and it's just it brings a different type of environment. But what are you expecting from that? What's kind of your goal going on Monday when you step out there for slack? What's going to be going through your head?
Yeah, very excited in the first place to even be a part of it, but I'm just going to go try to do what I did in the short round, and hopefully place me as just as good.
We've had some calf ropers up there before. I know Bernie's made it a couple times. Chance Turner, who got a chance to come up to this last one, has been there before as tie down. Have you had a chance to talk to any of the other Golden Eagles that have gone up there, or started to kind of to reach out to some other people and get that experience kind of figured out a bit more from them and what they did? Some tips, some tricks?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Tate Talkington, he's one of my really good buddies, and we've been talking back and forth about it and kind of making a game plan of what we're going to do and horses I'm going to ride and stuff. So
we'll look forward to seeing that. We got to touch on the academic side for you because obviously you're a student athlete here as well. You said business marketing is kind of business finance.
Business marketing.
It is business.
Yes,
I had it right the first time. I got to trust myself more, folks. Trust yourselves. How's that been going? What's that been like, kind of balancing rodeo alongside of the student athlete side? Because when you're in high school, it's more of a summer thing where you don't necessarily have to worry about school as much. What was that like, kind of figuring out that balance?
Man, it was hard at first figuring it out, but once you got it down, it's pretty easy. So business marketing is, I think, I choose that career just because it's so broad. I can use it in whatever path I take. So
what's future plans for next year? You obviously have the talent to go pro at this point in time. You make the CNFR. That's kind of a lot of kids' kind of recognition of like, okay, there's a chance for me to do a little bit more with this. But more college in front of you? I mean, as a sophomore, you still have that potential. What's kind of the college plans for you?
Yeah, it's still up in the air. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but dang sure going to go pro and try to go to some more rodeos. So
we'll definitely keep an eye on that stuff. Cory Bomhoff, learn the name because he's going to be up to doing some big things here. And we're looking forward to seeing what you can do this summer, both in the pro ranks and both what you can do up in Casper. And we'll see you up there in June.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it.